Light the candles, see the glow. Mystic whispers start to flow. Crafting spells in the moonlit night. Shadows dancing just out of sight. Potions bubbling in the dark. Charmed objects, they leave a mark. Crystals glimmer, secrets show. Mystical world begins to grow. Mystical lights in the dark. Magic arts in our hearts. Wands and wishes in our hands. Crafting dreams in secret lands. Ancient runes we spell out loud. Enchanting whispers in the crowd. Casting circles, sacred ground. Lost in spells that we have found. Stars align in the sky. Mystic dreams, they never die. Arts and crafts we weave tonight. Underneath the pale moonlight. Secret potions bottled tight. Magic forms in darkest night. Crafts of wonder, spells and charms. Mystic arts in our arms. Ooh. Mystical lights in the dark, magic arts in our hearts, wands and wishes in our hands, crafting dreams in secret lands. Mystical lights in the dark, magic arts in our hearts, wands and wishes in our hands, crafting dreams in secret lands. Ancient rules we spell out loud, ancient rules we spell out loud, ancient rules we spell out loud. Mystical lights in the dark.
Does anybody else feel like me? Feel like me? I wanna move but my feet are concrete. I'm alive. So they say what you love, what you dream. You'll paint, you see, like a fairy tale scene. Follow her down the path where the wildflowers lean. In a world she spins from threads of gold, delicate and serene. Oh, that you love what you breathe. She'll paint you see like a fairy tale scene.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry about that long intro there. I wasn't ready. I'm still not ready. How is everybody today? Nearly ended the stream then. Let me say good morning or good afternoon or good evening to everybody. There's our Rex, first as ever. Good morning, Rex. Good morning. We have Caleb. Woo! Jeremy Burtz, good morning. I've already seen you once this morning. Bone, good morning, good morning, good morning. Always lovely to see you. And Rex, and Rex, and Rex. And there we go. I have reached the end of the comments. I don't know why. This is, you're ready to chill. Well, don't chill just yet. Don't chill just yet because I have, I'm really not ready. I have a question for you guys. I have absolutely no idea what I want to, sorry, I'm trying to, for some reason, there we go. I want you on the big screen. And I only had you on the laptop monitor. That's it. Now you're on my big screen. I can see what's going on. Right. I don't know what to do today. I really want to draw an elephant, but the problem with that is I don't know if I can draw an elephant. Do I really want to try and draw an elephant? Live. Let's try that again. My apologies. No, diamond art isn't an option. I've just made myself a nice whipped coffee, which I'm looking forward to drinking. Right, let me grab my phone. Total disorganization today, so we can see how this is going to go, can't we? The audio cuts out. That might be because I'm moving around. Right, hang on. Is that better now? Oh no, I've just spilt water everywhere. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay, tell me if the audio is still cutting out now that I'm sitting still. So we have two options. I can either draw an elephant live, which may go terribly wrong because I don't even know if I can draw an elephant. Or I got some gold and silver acrylic paints, pens, and some metallic colour pens. But I could only find one piece of black paper, and it's a bit of a creased up, manky piece of paper, to say the least. But I thought we could perhaps do some of the doodling that we've been doing, like this, in the metallic pens. So the question is, everybody, do you want to see me attempt to draw an elephant, which will be a black and white pencil sketch? Or do you want to just play with some glittery pens? Good morning, Dean. Good morning, Dean. And if you haven't yet backed the Embrace 2, go right ahead and do that now. I'll wait for you. So there we go. It's down to you guys. I'm not going to say another word until you tell me what you would like to see me do today. Play girly things with glittery pens, or do a pencil sketch of an elephant. Bone wants metallic pens. Well, what Bone wants, Bone gets. There we go. We might have time for other stuff. I haven't even used these. I literally haven't even, I've opened the plastic bit. I haven't actually even opened the box. Girly pens. Girly pens? Girly things. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you very much, Jeremy. So these have not been used at all. And we've got some gold and silver, which I did have a little play with on this scrappy piece of paper. So fair enough. Let's get started. Let's get started. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Indeed, it will let me. Oh no, apparently I'm zoomed out enough. Let's see if I can. If you excuse me, look, I've been bitten this morning. I don't know by what, but oh, it's itchy. Try and get the camera in some kind of. Look, as you can see, I am the messiest person this week. I've realised that I've been on my own all week. Oh, good morning, Werewolf by Lunchtime. How are you? Or good evening. Good evening, Werewolf by Lunchtime. It's lovely to see you. What was I saying? It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Yeah, I've realised this week, being at home on my own, I am the messiest person in the world. I start something, don't finish it, and just leave it everywhere. Right. My favourite colour is purple. So let's start with purple. And like I say, I've not used these pens. I have no idea what's going to happen. But as always, I'm going to start with a circle. Cool. I like that. Pink. As you guys know, there's absolutely no plan to this whatsoever. So whatever happens, happens. Your cat Rico is also watching. Oh, we are very cat friendly here on this channel. Bone's cat Cleo often watches, doesn't she, Bone? And this morning when I went out to the garden, or we call it a garden, you guys call it a backyard, to sit and have my coffee in the sunshine this morning, my neighbour's cat always comes and sits on my lap. She's so sweet. I think she thinks that I'm her person. So, good morning or good evening, Rico. Does he look up whenever I say his name? He's like, who's that strange woman? I'm hoping to have got everything in my house done by the end of today, which means tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have a day to myself. So I might even get to do a gaming stream later tomorrow, which would be rather nice. Oh, you think he's nodding off? Oh, bless. Cats are the best. Right, this is looking far too much like just flowers, but there was a reason I wanted to do that. So I wanted to do another flower here. Sometimes I did that very well. So, this is going to be a very weird flower. I don't quite know what went wrong with that petal, but well, I'll make it work. I'll make more petals, like there's another one behind it. There we go. Oh, think. Look what this one's like. Say it's not true. What's not true? What's not true? Nothing I say is not true. I speak only truth. Technically, those are markers, not pens. Well, says marker pen. Could be both. Oh, so it's not true. I'm taking time to game. Well, let's just see what happens, shall we? Let's see. Oh, I mustn't forget to drink my coffee. These are paint pens, though. These ones. Paint marker pen. So quite excited to try those out in a minute. Now, what I wanted to do here was, oh, is that black? Oh, black's not going to come out very well on black, is it? I thought that was silver. This is the silver one. A bit of a filler there, maybe. Add a bit more colour in here. There isn't a yellow one, which is surprising. I've got two greens. I wonder if that's a mistake. Probably not, but you'd think there'd be a yellow, wouldn't you? Maybe there's gold instead. Perhaps that green looks rather yellow, doesn't it? Let's have a look at the other green. So you have to tell me if I get my hands in the way there. I'm just trying all the colours out here. Making stuff up as we go along. I must say, I do like these pens though. They're very nice and easy to use. Very nice indeed. This blue in particular is really nice. Thank you, Bone. What else are we going to do? Let's tell you what, let's try the paint pens for a moment. And do some gold. And pick one that I've actually already used. And oh, these aren't, I mean, they're nice, but they're a lot less brush-like. A bit more scratchy on the paper. So, what have you guys got planned for the rest of your day, other than those of you? The green isn't very green, but the blue stands out nicely. Yeah, the green isn't very green at all. Either of them. Because that was one green, which looks more white to me. And this was another green, which looks very yellow. I mean, I wonder what they look like on like white paper. Maybe I'll try that in a little bit, but I just thought it would look cool on black paper. I've probably had these pens about a week now, and I literally haven't streamed, so I haven't done anything with them. And I know I've got a great big pad of black paper somewhere, so I guess I was kind of holding out waiting till I found that. But in other news, I've actually finished building and decorating my son's room. The decorating was not good, but the building I think has come out rather well. So I'll those of you that have asked for videos, I'll send a video of his room at some point. This white one's nice as well. I'll probably use this in quite a few things. Are these permanent markers though? Water-based ink, fast dry. Not sure. I'm not sure. I wonder how long they'll last though. Sometimes they don't last too long, do they? Like dry up or run out. At least I find that with these kind of pens. Well, why should I use the blue now instead of white? Good idea. Have an idea. Let's see if we can. Of course, they're not blending pens, are they? I'm used to my alcohol markers. Katie, will you sell some of your art in my next auction? Well, I doubt anybody will want to buy it, but sure. I'll give it a go. When is your next auction, Rex? Well, that doesn't really work, but that'll do. That'll do. You get the gist that I'm trying to blend it a bit. Hey, Suzanne. I know what I'm trying to do here. Let's think. I've gone a blank. Let me have a look at some of my other pieces. What else we can put in it? Let's do some of that. Oh, that's a nice one. Go back to me purple. I blend nicely. I blend a lot better with alcohol markers. I am doing very well today. Thank you, Suzanne. And how are you doing, my love, today? My children are still there in Canada. Hope you're looking after them. It was very nice being on the Rex, Hex and Apex show on Saturday. We had a lot of fun, and Rex very kindly invited K-pop junkie and I am a very big fan of K-pop Junkie. I think she is an incredibly lovely person, and I don't know, she has so much like sparkle and enthusiasm. Just kind of, yeah. So that was really nice to actually be on a stream with her. And if you didn't get to see that, then don't forget, you can always watch it on the replay. K-pop is another Katie. She is. She definitely is. I've been in her streams and people say, "Oh, hey, Katie," and I'm like, "Oh, hello," and then I realise they're not actually talking to me. It's kind of embarrassing, you know. It's like that when you see somebody waving at you and you wave back, and then you realise that they're actually waving at the person behind you. All good. You answered me above. I'll tell you what. Let me stop for a moment. We know I get carried away. Let's go back and highlight some of these chats. Let's see. Where smell the newness. Hi werewolf. Hi bone. Done this. We've done that. Very nice. Green isn't green. Katie, will you sell some of your art in my next auction? Yes. Looking great, thank you. We don't know what we're doing, we're just playing. Sorry you're late. You're not late, you're only halfway through. I might be surprised. Maybe. Hi, Bone. Suzanne, good morning, Suzanne. How are you doing? All right, you haven't set a date yet, maybe October. Okay, I'll get working then. Get some pieces made up. And Suzanne's feeling pretty good herself. I'm glad to hear that, Suzanne. Glad to hear that. John is being lazy and he is asleep. I was hoping John would be awake by now, but no, he's sleeping, which is good. I'm glad he's asleep. K-pop is another Katie. She is. Hey, Rex, you answered me above. Give where? What? What? Did you delete your wrench, werewolf, by lunchtime? I'm sure I would have given you one. Good morning. Good morning, Richie. Good to see you. How is werewolf by lunchtime not got a wrench? That makes no sense to me. I will rectify that right now. My apologies. Well, I will if my phone will let me access my own stream. It won't, look. It won't let me access my stream. How rude. Here we go. My goodness, I apologise. Here we go. The wrenching. You have now been knighted to wrenchworthy. Thanks, Bone. I feel naked. Well, put some clothes on. Jesus. There you go. Thrown a cloak over you. Everyone else has a wrench, don't they? But I'm forgetting all about this coffee that I made. This is why I was late streaming, because I was like sitting down and I thought, right, get started. And I thought, no, I need a drink. I haven't even drunk it. So those of you that have just turned up, the chat had the option of watching me attempt to draw an elephant in black and white sketch or play with my brand new sparkly glittery pens. And they chose, I'm very pleased to say, they chose the girly option. I will still draw an elephant, but I'll do that in my own time. Must have coffee. Exactly. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. And I made it myself. This is just like a whipped coffee with like, it's just nice. It's cold and it's like a coffee milkshake. And it's really nice. So yes, so we're playing with these nice glittery pens and we're just doing whatever shapes and sizes we feel like doing. And I'm loving this blue pen. Absolutely loving it. It just goes on so nice and smooth. And I've discovered I really like circles. So you discover something about yourself. I won't say every day, but we're always learning. I apologise for not streaming yesterday. I just wasn't feeling the vibe, and I thought it's probably best don't stream, don't pass on that melancholy to the world. So here we are. I'm happy and bubbly again today, and we'll pass on happy bubble feelings. And even though John's not here, I'm not going to be mushy because he tells me off for being mushy. So we'll just be bubbly and happy today. And then hopefully when the stream ends, you'll all be bubbly and happily. And those of you that are going to bed will be able to sleep. And those of you that are waking up and starting your day will be able to hopefully be happy. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right. Katie's waffling again. I'm trying to think what colours I haven't used. I think I've used them all. Can't use the black. That didn't work. This one. Oh, we haven't used silver yet, have we? Let's have a look at one of my silver pens. Which one? I haven't used that one yet. No, I haven't used any of them yet. That's a lie. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, sorry, if you can hear my stomach rumbling, it's rumbling real bad then for a minute. I have eaten actually. I was going to say I can't eat first thing in the morning, but I actually have eaten. Hey, hey, party people, we're going to have a party today. No more miserable Katie. Where's that? Bacon buddy. I didn't have bacon today. I had peanut butter on toast. There we go. Hello, party people. Let's put that up there. Eric, we don't know what we're doing today. We're playing with my brand new sparkly pens. And whatever happens, happens. Oh, that's kind of glitzy and nice, isn't it? But I like it. I have to get a new obsession other than dots, but I think the dots look kind of cool. I don't know what you think. I wonder if I can do like a whole thing with dots. I reckon. The whole pattern. Oh, yesterday, right? I barely ever watch TV. And yesterday, when I was eating my dinner, because I can't actually use the dining room table at the moment because I've put loads of things on it. So I was sitting on the sofa and I thought, oh, I'll put the TV on. And I just settled down to watch a Korean drama. And the next thing, there was this great big bang and my TV exploded. So that wasn't very good. I shan't worry too much because, like I said, I don't really watch TV anyway. I'll get one eventually. I think I actually quite like these dots. Katie, do you remember the felt art that you would scratch away to get the picture and the background would be black felt? Yes, I remember those. Peanut butter on toast sounds much better than beans on toast. Yeah, that felt. Oh, God, I haven't done that since I was a kid. Beans on toast is yummy. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's more like a tea time snack or a lunchtime snack for breakfast. I don't know. I just usually have peanut butter on toast. It's quick. It's easy. Rex was showing us the other day the other thing, the other scratch thing where you scratch off and you've got the colours underneath. And he'd done some really good pictures. They looked great. Thank you. Beans on toast is delicious. The thing is, Eric, I think what's in your head are like American beans. Yes. Then you degenerates add cheese as well. And I think, if you're thinking of American beans, I don't know because I haven't been to America yet. Hopefully soon. I think it's a completely different kind of thing. I imagine if you're talking about kidney beans on toast, that would be disgusting. But that's unlike that. I wouldn't eat green beans on toast. Ew. Has to be the special canned beans in tomato sauce. And I prefer the Branston ones. Just the baked beans. Yeah. Just the baked beans. Beans is one of the few foods you can't stand. Well, I really only eat baked beans and green beans. I don't know that I've ever really eaten any other beans particularly. Kidney beans and a chili. That's about it. I can't eat the cheap baked beans. They've got to be, not even that, they've got to be like a nice thick bean sauce. None of this runny stuff. Peas are great. Yeah, I like peas. You have canned pork and beans. Canned pork and beans on toast. Mmm, nice. Do you know what I do sometimes is, and this is just we're not on the subject of beans right now. I'm changing it. As a kid, if there was any leftover mashed potatoes, I used to make my mum save it, and then I'd put get some toast, put some butter on it, put the mashed potato on it. No, put cheese underneath, then put the mashed potato on. So that kind of melted the cheese underneath. Then I put cheese on top, and then I put that under the grill so that all the cheese melted and sort of like browned off. You just can't put it. And I used to love that as a kid. You like the marrow fat peas? I don't like mushy peas. Mushy peas, ew. Mum used to cut up hot dogs and put them in the mac and cheese or into beans. I've done that. Is your mum English? Or from England or English heritage? You don't know how beans are any different. Not sure what kind you use. I just can't wrap my head. Any beans on toast? I don't know. It's so much the beans. I think it's the sauce that goes with the beans that make it. No. One day, Eric, I tell you what, when I come to America one day, I'm going to put a can of baked beans in my bag and I'm going to make you beans on toast. And then you can tell me what you think. Have any of you had any of that fake cheese called Velveeta? I've heard of it, but no, not had it. Well, I think that silver looks lovely. I might have to put silver dots on everything now. Oops, let's see. I can't see what I'm doing. No, your parents are from the Caribbean British influence. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Caribbean. I don't know. So that just means you like the same food, just a bit spicier. Katie is going to smuggle English beans into the US. Yes. You grew up with that nonsense called cheese, and they still sell it. I remember when I was a kid, and I suppose I was about 9 or 10, and I don't know if you still have it in America, but you used to have that squirty cheese. I don't know, that came in a can and you squirt it. I have no idea. But anyway, they brought that out in England for a little while, like maybe a year. I'm not sure I liked it or whether I just liked the fun side of it, if you know what I mean. Squirting cheese. Did I say cream? I mean cheese. Oh no, I don't like blood pudding. No. Cheese whiz, that's it. Yeah, we got it in England for a very short while. I remember that. I was a child. Mark, good morning. You missed Rocky Stream this morning, and I've got my very own soundbite now. It's from My Fair Lady, teaching her how to say a cup of tea. just getting up. It's 5:50 here. Hopefully you will still be going when I get settled in a few. We'll be here for, well, a short while anyway. We'll be here. I was wondering if you'd managed to make it today. Right, what should we put in this space? I've lost the lid to the pen. What shall we put? Let's do another great big flower, shall we? And see what we can make of it. Actually, I've got a book somewhere. Where's my book? Is it on the shelf yet? Probably not. Yeah, I bought a book. Till Mush Brain sets in, Mush Brain, yeah. Look, the great Zentangle book. I haven't actually used it yet. Oh, that's quite cool. And this shows you how to do these things that I'm doing. I don't actually read the instructions, but I like to look at the pictures and think, oh yeah, that looks good. Nope, you think you're the only person that does not like Nutella spread. No, you're not. My daughter can't stand it. She's the only other person I know, and I'm sure she'd be very glad to know she's not the only one. There's two of you weirdos out there. Oh, that's cool. Rocky in his midnight streams. Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I don't know. I'm making it up, but I think he's really enjoying doing his drawing streams and the inking. You know what it's like when you get the urge, you need to do it. You only like Nutella out of a jar. Oh, you're not on anything. Lovely, smart child she is. I don't know. I don't know about that. No, she is. So yeah, so this book, I need to, that's really cool. Maybe you can see that. I don't know if I can do that. But I tell you what, I might actually try and do that flower, and then we'll see if we can do the triangle after. Because I'm not going to read the instructions. That just takes too much effort. We look at the picture and we try and redesign it. So first of all, we're going to do squiggly lines coming out. Then we're going to do like lacy flowers. Let's give it a go. You haven't been asleep yet, been watching the fights all night. Oh, what fights? Like boxing fights or like riot fights? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, did you watch my daughter's fight? Oh my God. Okay, I wasn't going to say anything, but my kids have been visiting their dad in Canada, and they haven't seen their dad in like 20. Well, he came to visit a couple of months ago for the first time in 20 years. And then he bought them a plane ticket so that they could go over there and see them. I'm not going to say anything because it's impolite of me to, but there is a reason why I left Canada and brought my children back to England. That's where I'll leave that. But anyway, they were out there, met their grandparents, having a lovely, lovely time. My son's autistic, and their father ended up having a drink, and my son had a complete autistic meltdown to the point of he was running off. He's 24 years old. Okay, we're not talking a child here. He ran off and totally freaked out and was banging his head repeatedly on the pavement and was in a real state. And his dad, give him his dues, he's never had to deal with an autistic meltdown. And they're back in Brampton now. Yeah, they're in Brampton. Anyway, so it escalated into him manhandling my son, shouting in his face, which is the total wrong thing to do. And I say, I'm not knocking him. He has no idea. He dealt with it the way he thought. Unfortunately, it was the wrong thing. You don't yell in an autistic kid's face when they're having an absolute meltdown because they have real sensory problems. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is that it ended up into a big fight, and the police were called because Josie is obviously not going to let anybody manhandle her brother. And so when you say about the fights, that just like triggered me thinking, oh my God, you weren't watching my family domestic, were you? Anyway, they're fine now. They went back to their grandparents. The police said that their dad's not allowed to go near them, and all is well. They're actually enjoying the rest of their holiday. He was absolutely terrible. In fact, Josie, my daughter, said every time their dad came anywhere near him or in the room, he would just have a complete panic attack where he was just shaking, and he goes mute when he panics as well, so you can't even get him to talk. But yes, it wasn't good. He has a huge cut on his head. Josie thinks she's broken her fingers from punching her dad, which I don't condone. But I did tell her to use whatever she could do to get him away from my son, because I'm not there. Anyway, that's so bad. You guys don't need to know any of that. He's fine. They're fine. They had a great time back at their grandparents, and they're enjoying the rest of their holiday. But he's fine. Everyone is fine. But let's say, when you said about watching the fights, I was like, oh, not my family, please. We're not normally like that. My daughter is extremely protective over her brother, and she can imagine. All's good that ends, all's well that ends well. And I think it was a horrible thing to happen, and I wish it had been completely different and they'd had a great time. But it is what it is. And now they are enjoying themselves without any fear. Katie, my boy, is 15 years old and he's actually my grandson. You've had him since he was 4 days old. Oh, bless him. His mum knows she could never raise him with his autism, but I'm lucky my boy's high up on the spectrum. My son is, he's not, he's always been very high functioning. Like I say, if you didn't know, and he's not having a meltdown, other than the fact that he's not great socially and he randomly talks about whatever he's interested in and no interest in anything else, you wouldn't generally know. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have his issues. It just means that he works hard at overcoming them. What was I saying? Yeah, it is hard. I don't think people realise how hard it is bringing up autistic children. And by the autistic children I'm talking about are the ones that, you know, can semi-function in mainstream and everything. And I think it's really hard for them because certain things are expected of them that they quite simply can't do, and it's not something that they can learn. It is literally their brain is just different. It isn't the same as us, and as hard as it is for us to understand why they can't understand what we're saying, you know, we can't understand them either, because our brains are just literally wired differently. Yours has Asperger's and he's homeschooled. He can write his final exam whenever he wants to for graduation. He has a job already. That is absolutely awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, my son did best when I was homeschooling him, and then he didn't do, I mean, he was top of his sets and everything. So again, it wasn't an intelligent thing, but he couldn't manage mainstream school. So I took him out and home educated him for quite a while. And then he went to a special school, which was good for him. But then they wanted him to go to a mainstream college, which I should never have allowed. I didn't want to. And that messed him up. He now has such severe anxiety that he can't even leave the house without me. So I had to give up work and look after him. And that's where we're at. But good. I'm glad he's got a job as ready. That is awesome. That is great. You've done well raising him. It isn't easy. It really is not easy. Right, how did this get? Oh, I've lost the page now. Let's just make it up as we go along. I'm just going to make it up. I don't know, something like that. That flower's terrible. That flower is awful. Oh well. I'm sure there's some psychological analysis that can be done from these drawings, especially if you're not, you don't have a plan like I'm not, and you just kind of randomly put pen to paper. Terrible, that flower. I don't know why I'm going to do that. That's the problem with having the thicker pens. Can't get those fine lines. Okay. Let me think. Time is it? Oh, we've gone well over. Well, not well over. You were never lucky enough to have children, as my ex-wife didn't want them. I just spoiled nieces and nephews, one of which is coming to visit tomorrow. Oh, lovely. In some ways, I would say you're actually probably quite lucky to be able to have nieces and nephews that you can spoil, because you can at least give those back, whereas children you can't. And I love my kids. I wouldn't be without them, but there are times where I think, gosh, if I could do this all again, I wouldn't have them. And that's nothing against my children. That's just me being completely honest, because raising kids is hard. I guess. I don't know. You see, I've literally raised mine on my own. My son was born in Canada, and yeah, see, I'm going to sound like a really horrible person, and I'm not going into details, but I couldn't even, his parents say I couldn't stay. I did the right thing, bringing the kids back to England. Yeah. I was pregnant. When I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, I kind of had a complete panic. Not that she wasn't, because I did plan her, so it would be wrong for me to say I didn't plan her. But I suddenly thought that this isn't going to work, I can't bring two children up in this environment. So I made the decision to bring them both back to England. So my daughter was actually born in England. Their father could come and visit anytime he wanted. He just chose not to. What was I saying? Yeah, so I've literally, since my daughter was born, raised them completely on my own. And I don't really agree with bringing other people into that. I mean, they had their dad. I wasn't going to try and find them another dad. So they were stuck with just me. So it was hard. I've had shed blood and tears and laughter and happiness, but we've had a great time and they're great kids. So yeah, but I think having kids in the right environment is great. So, you know, if you've got two parents that are going to stay together, that's the perfect recipe for families. Here I am being opinionated again. I apologize, and you know, if people don't agree with me, you don't have to. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just saying it's how I think. But yeah, kids are good. Kids are lovely. But they're even better when you can give them back, Mark, so don't feel so bad about not having kids. And besides, you can borrow mine anytime you like. The best part is I never have to see the ex again. You've been divorced 8 years. I've been okay with it. Yeah, I didn't have to see mine again, but he eventually came to visit the kids after 20 years, a few months back. It was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought. But I mean, I'm still married. Technically, I'm technically still married. And I always like to say I have been married for 25 years. I've been married for 25 years, and it has been the happiest marriage ever, the best marriage ever, because I left him after the first year and I haven't seen him since. But no, he's all right. He's not a bad guy. But I'd rather not see him. I mean, I had the option to go to Canada with the kids, and I was like, no way, I'll do that. And probably just as well, because I'd probably be in a Canadian jail cell right now, I'm all honest. Anyway, once again, Miss Katie here has rambled on about her own problems, said far too much, and I can't help it. What you get at me is, you know, whatever I'm thinking at the time. You can't say I sit here making things up. They just came out of my mouth. You used to live down the road from an old married couple who had their own houses. Wow. Do they still exist? People like that? Married couple with their own house? Mm-mm. I don't know about that. I think you were dreaming. Right. I'm actually like this, going over this in the gold. I think it's bringing it out really nicely. But for now, I'm going to have to end the stream because my beautiful children, I keep calling them children, they're not children, they're young adults, 21 and 24, or maybe he's 23. Why did I think he turned 24? No, he's 23, my apologies. They're coming home on Friday, and I've been decorating my son's bedroom so that when he gets home, he has somewhere nice to sleep, because his room was terrible. And I need to get everything back in it and get the house back tidy before they get home. And really, I'd much rather be here drawing this and streaming. They're all, oh, okay, right. In England, obviously, all forms of cannabis, other than the medical one, it's all illegal. Okay, we don't have like all these things. Well, my son tried for the first time gummies. It had no effect on him, apparently. He had one, and I forgot where I was going with this. There was somewhere I was going with this. No, it's gone. I've totally forgotten. Oh, that was it. I just remembered. Thank you, Rex, for reminding me. My daughter told me, and of course I'm faking being like angry, because I've always told the kids don't do drugs and everything, it's what parents do. And she's saying, but Mum, he's an adult. And I said, no, he's not. He's my baby, and you don't allow him to do things like that. But yeah, it's always going to be my baby. Funny. Right. Anyways, this is what we did. You had the choice of watching me attempt to draw an elephant or play with my glittery pens, and I think you made a good choice. So this is what we've produced with our glittery markers and paint pens. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching this. Mark, I've literally been a bit distracted the last couple of days because of what's been going on in Canada. But I am going to head out, and I mean the crisps or the potato chips, whatever, are absolutely no problem. I've probably even got some of those in the house, but I will go and buy you a big multi-pack of your prawn cocktail Walkers. And I have to go and look for the licorice and get that. And as soon as I've done that, I apologise for my slacking in getting out, but I'm not trying to make excuses. I have been working kind of hard. So I will end the stream now. Thank you everybody for coming, and it has been a pleasure. No rush, Katie. I don't like having things like, if I say I'm going to do something, I want to do it. So, it's fine. I will get it to you. And thank you everybody for being here. You're the best slacker I know. Oh, I'm terrible. Do you know what it is? It's not that I'm a slacker. It's that I get so distracted, and I'll be like I'm doing now. You see, I'm literally got my finger on end stream. But what happens is I'll get distracted, and then I'll go off and do something else, and whatever I'm doing just doesn't get done because I'm a ditzy cow, really. Anyway, guys, thank you. I'm not going to end the stream with the outro today. I'm just going to end the stream. But it has been a pleasure being here with you guys. Thank you. Bye.